Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, shooting you another video, and you may be asking yourself, Scott, why do you look like an extra from that TV show, The Sopranos? You're wearing a tracksuit, you got the big hair, and well, it's getting chilly out here right now, and I've got some stuff to move out of my office downtown and into my satellite office out in the burbs. So I'm meeting some movers down there and had a bunch of stuff to do this morning, so I ran out of the house and I'm on my way there to do that. So that's why that is. But the topic of today's video is how a random thing can mean cash in your injury case. One random thing can mean cash in your injury case. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. I've got a client who I represent, very high strung, got an injury, wasn't the most serious injury in the world, thank goodness, has a long history of other injuries to the same and other parts of the body, but a very high-strung person, always calls. Every time there's a status call, there's always that little tinge of, I don't know why things aren't happening faster, just those little barbs that when you do what I do for a living, when you're dealing with somebody who's frustrated about the injury process, some people throw in little barbs. Like they'll say, oh, well, the offer's not big enough, or, well, I've heard that offers in these cases are typically at least 5 times the medical bills. Little barbs that they throw in there. Now, I don't know if a lot of those kinds of comments are real or whether they think those comments are going to motivate you or whether they've got somebody who's BSing them about their injury case or an old injury case. People like to talk. People like to flap their gums. I usually don't worry about it too much. But anyway, this lady's been very aggressive about calling me, and her injury case is, if you watch some of my other videos, you know that the 3 parts of an injury case are, did the other guy hurt you? In other words, liability. Whose fault was it, right? How serious and permanent are your injuries? And how big are your medical bills? And then, do they have insurance? Or is it a big company that can afford to pay a bunch of money in your injury case? So in this case, her injuries are what they are. They're substantial, but they're not, they're real, but luckily they're not, I don't think, permanent and long-term is what I should say. Not in an obvious way. I think if you get hurt, you're always prone to weakness in that area, and you're always prone to arthritis and stuff like that. But so check the box on that one, check the box on the third one, but on the liability, it's a tough liability case. In other words, it's the kind of case that makes it really hard to prove in court. So we did our great job. We got everything together, did a medical summary, did a very detailed demand letter, and also figured out her long health and claims history. And frankly, she wasn't very much help at it. She couldn't remember very much. So we ended up having to contact a former lawyer about a case that's 8 years old, and stuff like that. But we were able to figure it all out. And that's important to do. You got to figure out exactly what the health history, what the medical history is going into this accident. Because if there's old medical records, if you go on record saying, I never had a problem with my back before, and they can go back 8 years where you had a car crash and you had a lot of back treatment, they're going to impeach you in front of the judge and jury. And then from that point forward, the judge and jury isn't going to believe anything you say. So, anyway, so we send everything out to the adjuster. It's a fantastic demand. We get it together in record time for this client. Goes out, and they will not offer a penny. I call them. I try every trick in the book. And so this is a fall-down type case. It's a premises liability, injury on property. And what, I think I discussed this in another video, what they often will do on those cases is they stonewall you to see if you'll just give up and go away. Okay? Now, in any insurance company that tracks my cases and the way I do things in my law firm knows that we don't just give up and go away. We'll fight, okay? But that's the tactics they're using, and the client was furious. She was calling more and more frequently, very, very upset. I ended up having a long conversation with her, followed up with a long letter explaining everything I told her and how these cases work. And it looks like we're going to have to file a lawsuit, and you're in queue, in the line for me to file a lawsuit and get the case going on. So, yeah, that's that and that's that. So, what's the random thing? So this one random thing happened, and now we're in the money. After Stonewall, no offer, don't even want to acknowledge the case or me or the claim. One thing happened, and all of a sudden we're in the money. What is that one thing? That one thing is there is a new adjuster on the case. So for whatever reason, the old adjuster retired, got a promotion, got a demotion, a new adjuster came in, a claims manager came in and looked at the cases that had some gray whiskers on them, meaning that they're getting a little old. Not to say anything about my gray whiskers, but a new adjuster came on, called me, was very polite, and now wants to talk about settling the case. And I'm supposed to be getting an offer next week. So my point is, one random thing, a shakeup at the insurance company that switches the manager of claims or the insurance adjuster who's looking at your case, can make all the difference in whether you're going to get an offer or whether they're going to jerk you around. Okay? So that's real good news for us. It's real good news for the client, and she's happy about it. And we'll see what happens. But based on my read of this adjuster, I think we're going to be able to settle the case. I think she understands that we're headed towards a lawsuit, and I have put the case together in a way, and I have a history of doing really well for people in these cases. A lot of lawyers turn their noses up to, falls on property or premises liability cases. I take them, and other lawyers take them, but they don't work them up properly. They don't spend the time and money early on in the case to get everything figured out to maximize your chance of getting the case settled. And that's always my goal. If I can get you a settlement offer that I think is in the ballpark and that you can live with, you're probably better off doing that than waiting an extra 2 or 3 years for us to get to a jury trial. So, there's a lot of things that can go wrong in litigation, and as time goes by, witnesses move away, So that's the moral of the story. Sometimes you catch a break. Sometimes a different set of eyes on the same claim package at an insurance company means money versus being stonewalled. Now, this was random, but there are times when adjusters get switched over. Usually, you have the same adjuster before you file a lawsuit, and then at a lot of insurance companies, once you file a lawsuit, a different adjuster gets assigned to it. And a lot of times the litigation adjusters are smarter, more experienced. They look at the case and say, what in hell are we doing? Why haven't we paid these people some money? Because we have some real exposure. If this goes to trial, and this DeSalvo character is not the kind of guy who gives up. We can see his claim history. He's a little crazy. Well, let him think I'm a little crazy. Maybe I am a little crazy. I don't know. My theory is everybody's a little crazy. It's just the secret to happiness in life is finding and hanging around with people who are a compatible kind of crazy, right? So anyway, that's the video for the day. If the insurance company switches adjusters, and they usually do at some point, you can take a zero into a really good settlement. So that's the topic for today. If you or anyone you know has been injured in an accident and needs to talk to a lawyer, you can call me 24 hours a day, any day of the week, any day of the year, any time of day or night. And you can reach me at 312-500-4500. That's 312-500-4500. Free call, free consultation. So what if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer? Don't worry, I've got you covered. I have 2 killer tools that people love. I am getting so much positive feedback from people telling me, thank you for creating these tools. It really helped me. Thank you so much. I shared it with my friends and family. These are 2 free tools on my website, completely free and no obligation to use. Links in the description. One is called the Good Case Calculator. It tells you whether you might have a good case or a case with some challenges. The other one is called the Case Cash Calculator. It tells you what your case might be worth in settlement. The cool thing about these is they're on my website, links in the description, completely free to use. Takes you 20 seconds to answer 7 multiple choice questions that you answer off the top of your head. So you don't have to go look at your paperwork, anything like that. You answer 7 multiple choices questions off the top of your head. They both work the same way, but they're different. And I created them. So this isn't something I bought off some egghead internet guy. I took my knowledge, years, and experience to create these calculators to help injured people, even if they're not my clients. So they're free to use. People love them. Check them out. Links in the description. And you will, in 20 seconds flat, have custom information about your particular injury situation. So check those out. If you don't want to do that, or you did, and you still have more questions or information, I have over 300 videos now explaining how injury cases and claims work. So you can go to my channel, search my channel for your question, or if you have a question where I don't have a video, go in the comments section and leave your question down there, and I will shoot a custom video on your situation. And if I post it live, I will obviously leave out any personally identifying details, so you don't need to worry about that, okay? So, what else? Oh, if you enjoy my videos, my case cash calculator, my good case calculator, my injury cheat sheet, my book, my DVD, my CD, any of the advice, or if you're a current or former client who I've helped in the past and you wouldn't mind doing me a quick little favor, it's a big deal to me. It would really help me out. Very competitive market, so if you would not mind helping me compete against the multi-millionaire giant law firms in Chicago, who you know, if you're a viewer, I do not agree with the way they do very many things. But that's neither here nor there. Different strokes for different folks. You can help me, and it's real easy. There's a link in the description below. All you have to do is go to that website on your phone, tablet, or browser. It'll take you right to the Google review page. Click 5 stars, type a kind word in the comment box, hit submit. Literally takes you 5 or 10 seconds, and you can do it on your phone, tablet, or PC. Easy for you to do, invaluable favor to me, and it really helps me get more law clients, because I don't make any money at all from the case cash calculator, my injury cheat sheet, my book, my DVD, my CD, my good case calculator, my website, my 300 videos. I don't make money from any of that. The only way I make money is by representing injured people. So one of the reasons why I do all these videos and do all these things for free for injured people is because I don't want to see injured people fall into insurance company traps on these injury cases. But the second reason is to get the word out and let you and your loved ones know that if, God forbid, you or anyone you know has been involved in an accident, I'd like your business. So I'd like you to give me a call and we can talk about it. And you can do that for free anytime, night or day, 312-500-4500. Hope you and the family are well. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate my viewers and my subscribers. I'm getting close to where I need to be, so I'm going to sign off and wish you a beautiful day. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.